it looks like I managed to grow a couple of cauliflowers after all. We have one head here, which is a little bit smaller than what you are used to from a grocery store. I already grew a couple of them, but they didn't look like this. The flowers were like spread out and looked like individual little flowers, and when we tried to taste it, it was very bitter. This one looks more hopeful. And there's even a bigger one here that looks like a regular size.
Wow.
So we should probably eat this one soon before it grows like wild and old and probably will become bitter as well.
Yeah, but this looks so professional.
Yeah.
Like a normal cauliflower from a supermarket or something. But I'm sure the taste is so much better than from the supermarket.
Hopefully. This is the first big cauliflower I think we've ever grown.
Yeah. Wow. And you've seen another one there somewhere? Smaller one?
Yeah, so
Where
it looks
was
like
it?
it's twins. There's a smaller one here.
Oh, here. Yay.
So we will need to harvest this one to make space for the other one probably.
But wow, this looks so great.
Yeah, and the eggplants. Like there are so many of them, I don't know what we will do. And so many flowers.
I know what we will do. They are delicious. I can see fruits here, and they appear very often and gradually. So
they're everywhere.
I don't feel overwhelmed by these eggplants.
But we've never had this many before.
Yes,
so
that's
we'll see.
true. We'll see, but so far they've been delicious.
But look at that behind me. Let's get a closer look.
What is that? Do we have a new big shrub all of a sudden in our garden?
It grows much faster than shrubs. We should have planted these.
Yeah,
sunflowers everywhere.
This should have been our natural hedge.
So this is totally crazy because I planted sunflowers last year and they grew to be about this high. And each of them had one individual flower. Each plant had one flower. And then I harvested seeds from that one and these are the children. And it looks completely different. It's huge and it has a lot of flowers on each plant, which is much nicer to me. Maybe that was some kind of a hybrid variety, you know, and when you plant seeds, then they lose the qualities, the properties. So it went back to the original state, but I actually love it.
Yes, it looks perfect, so wild, so big, and the garden bed here is like it has more nutrients, right? It's richer, the
That's
soil.
probably why, yeah.
Yeah, so wow.
There are a lot of bees and bumblebees and everyone being drawn to these,
yes,
like
yes.
me.
They love it here.
Amazing.
Where are you? I can't see you. Wow.
Another flower.
Yeah, so this would be really great as a privacy hedge, but it would be very temporary.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how fast and how big it can grow in one season, in a few months, basically.
And there's a rhubarb hiding in there somewhere. But the rhubarb is being forced to grow to outcompete the sunflowers, and it became very, very big.
Yeah, the leaves are enormous.
And the stems as well. You see, we could probably harvest them next year. They are becoming thick.
Yes. So maybe next year, guys, we will show you this famous strawberry rhubarb pie.
Ooh.
Look at our hibiscuses here. I don't know if that's the correct plural, but there are many of them. We planted them 4 years ago, I think, and they were like this big. So they have grown quite a lot and there are flowers. Look at this one. So pretty. Honeybees also like these ones. So that's very cool, and I think there are 3 different varieties, at least we can see it on the flowers. This one is the most common with these, I don't know, pink flowers. There is one with more violet flowers, more to the blue tones. So this one is more violet, I would say. And there is one with white flowers here. So that's also pretty. I don't know if you can see it, hopefully yes. So that's very nice, and I'm glad they already look like normal shrubs, because when they were this big, it was like, where are they? I can't see them in the grass. But now we can see that there is so much potential for the future, because it will be beautiful here when they are taller like this and full of flowers in August. They flower in August. It will look so pretty here.
This year we are trying a lot of new things on our property, and right now it looks like we can taste cornelian cherry for the first time from this shrub at least.
Yippee!
We have 3 of them here as part of the hedge again, and this one has 2 fruits, it seems, and they are quite early. I thought they would be ripe maybe in September. Well, it's still August, but yeah, we'll see, maybe they are not ripe. Sour.
Huh, that's interesting, because they are so dark red. I would expect sweet, or sweeter at least.
It is kind of like sour cherry.
Okay.
Maybe if we keep them there for a couple of weeks longer, they will still, I don't know. They look ripe and they are soft on touch.
I have to try as well, of course. I think it looks nice.
It looks ripe, definitely.
A bit tart, a bit astringent as well.
And sour.
And sour, yeah. I don't know, so these are not the most delicious berries there are, but I think this is it.
I always thought this was a sucker from the plum tree, but now it has completely different fruits.
Yes.
So it looks like it's a cherry plum, not a plum.
It looks so nice. Wait, I need to show. Oh my god. Here there are plums. So you can see the fruits are completely different to the cherry plums here. And how are they?
Ripe, and it tastes like a cherry plum with the sour peel.
Yes, yes. So the inside is kind of sweet, right? But the peel is sour.
Yeah, and we have so many plums, and they seem to be getting ripe as well. We'll have to start harvesting them.
Show me. Okay, these are normal plums in the yard that we had picked previously. Those ones are different, juicier, sweeter, bigger. But these ones are normal plums.
These are the old-fashioned plums.
Yes, yes. And yummy.
They taste like plums, yeah.
Yeah.
Normal plums.
We will start picking these ones over the coming weeks or maybe months sometimes. They can last a long time on the trees.
I'm standing next to another plum tree, and this time I see there are red cherry plums growing from underneath. So it made me think that maybe the trees are grafted. You know, like the upper part is a plum, but it's growing from a cherry plum. So the roots would obviously be the cherry plums. So maybe that's what's happening here. I originally thought these were old plums, so I thought they are from seed. But maybe they were either bought, like special varieties, or maybe people back then used to graft often themselves at home, which I don't know how to do, but a lot of people do. So maybe they did that. And that would explain this. We've just found out green gauges are ripe as well. We were walking by and they look amazing, so soft They are very juicy and very sweet. Bees, honeybees, love them as well. Normally I don't see honeybees like attacking fruit, but this is one of the exceptions. It has so much sugar, probably, that they are drawn to it as well.
Yes, yes, they like it. They like drinking the juice out of them.
And wasps as well. So we have to be careful when we pick them, because they can have a bee or a wasp on it. I don't think we are going to harvest a lot of them, because we don't really know what to do with them. We can't make alcohol out of everything. We don't have enough space in the freezer for everything. We don't have time to dehydrate everything, so we'll just pick whatever we can eat raw, fresh, I guess, and we'll let the rest to nature.
Yeah.
We found out that the onions I planted this year are shallots, and they are ripe, or they were ripe, so I dug them out, and I'm keeping them here to dry off before we store them. There are not many of them, and you can see a lot of them stayed small, so I think we'll eat them quite quickly, even though we don't eat a lot of onions, but it's nice to have a few. Peter says they are less pungent, so he likes them more than the regular onions, it seems.
Yes, I like them, and my eyes are not crying when I am cutting these ones, so they are very nice.
It's a nice advantage.
Yes. Our peach tree doesn't look very good right now because it's so full of fruits, which is amazing, but at the same time it's not very great. This branch is broken off, and this one was also hanging here, so this one also broke, and just like an hour ago or so it fell off completely. Today it's quite windy, but the fruits are almost ripe. They look amazing, and we were like picking some of them or taking them off the branches some time ago, so it's not so heavy, but it's still very heavy. So we don't know if these ones will get completely ripe. Hopefully yes, we'll see, but other ones should be ripe soon. We are almost there. It looks so great, such a great harvest, future harvest. Hopefully the whole tree won't break and we will have the harvest. So yeah, this has been happening to all the neighbors and to almost everyone in the Czech Republic. All the fruits are endless amounts. Everybody has endless amounts. The trees are full. I know we can put planks here or something as a support under the branches, but we have so many trees and shrubs and everything, and they are all going down. So it's impossible to do everything. So we are just letting nature to do what it's doing. And yeah, but I was talking to the neighbors and they have the same problem on many trees. So wow, I'm tired because this is very heavy, and I just wanted to tell you that even having a lot of fruits, that also can be a problem. Yes. I was attempting to support this branch on this small tree, so we are doing something at least. After all, there is this rake. How is this called? A rake? Okay, so the thingy for raking. And this tree has quite a lot of pears here. This is a new one, so we are looking forward to them. So it would be a shame if this branch broke, for example. So hopefully it will be okay and we will have nice pears here. We have these special rose hips here, or of course the shrubs are dog rose. It's a special kind called Carpathia, and it has very big fruits, very big rose hips. So I'm picking them and I will do something with them because it would be a shame not to use them. When they are big, it's easier to process because it goes faster, and also the picking goes faster. They are different to normal rose hips, and they also get ripe sooner, earlier in the year. We are at the end of August now, and normal rose hips you pick in autumn, at the end of October even. So that's also nice and interesting because it's always better when the harvesting season is spread out throughout the months, not when you have everything at once and then you don't have time to process everything. So this is better. And look at the very nice amount I picked, and it went so fast. So great. Here I have strained rose hips with water. It's a lot and I still didn't use all the rose hips, so this will be crazy. I will return this here in the pot. And this is 1.3 kilograms of this liquid. Let's add 1 kilogram of sugar into this. Wow, that looked like it will jump out of the pot. Luckily not. And we will also add 1 teaspoon of citric acid. That should be good for, I don't know, keeping the color and balancing the flavor and stuff like that. And now I will just mix everything together and I will boil it for a while, just so it's hot, and then the pouring into bottles will happen. Okay, this is boiling hot, so now, oh my god, it's so difficult to manipulate here. So I will pour this here, slowly, carefully. I'm going to seal this. This bottle is like better one because this will seal completely. These ones are just normal. So here I'm going to pour as well, but they will be closed just normally. But there is quite a lot of sugar, so this should last for months and months when keeping in cool places. I can't believe how much rosehip syrup we have, and this is not common at all to have a rosehip syrup, so that's so cool. Here I already made a drink from this, so I just added the syrup and water. Yum! And I also wanted to show you, there is a bit left, how is the consistency after it's cooled down. Look, like a total syrup. It looks so good. So you can put this on pancakes or something and it would be awesome. Let me taste this on its own. Oh my god, heaven. This is so cool. Wow. And here are the leftovers. There is still quite a lot of pulp there, so maybe I can make us tea out of this. Just pouring hot water over that and then straining. So, wow, and this was such a small amount of rose hips. Like, it's quite a big amount to some people, but when I look at the shrubs, how many fruits there are, so compared to that, it was quite a small amount. I'm so glad I made this. Amazing.
We finally started harvesting our peaches, and we have so many of them this year. Our previous record was 7 peaches, and this year we have dozens of them. So that's amazing, because we love peaches, we consider them something exotic. So, yum. And Peter said that it was going to be windy tomorrow. So he was afraid the wind could break down the branches even more than those that have already broken down under the weight of the fruits. So we are also trying to help the tree a little bit so it wouldn't feel so heavy. We prepared the peaches for overnight dehydration. It went really quickly, so we were done in like 15 minutes, maybe 20. We decided to use the smaller dehydrator just to test it out, because we have no idea what will happen and what the peaches will taste like when they are dehydrated. But if we like it, we will definitely make more, because it's super easy and super fast.
We are picking more and more peaches, and look at today's results. Here we have a peach pie or a peach tart. This one looks amazing, I think. I love the colors and everything. It's so fresh and bright and vibrant, and I can smell the sweet scent from the pie. It's great, very peachy. And here we have dehydrated peaches. This is just a small amount, more of them are still in the dehydrator. And look, they are similar to apples, the look of these ones. And they are very sweet and kinda chewy and very nice. So we will dehydrate more. And it's great this year with peaches.
The veggie harvest is in full swing. We have harvested the beautiful cauliflower that miraculously grew up. And we have a lot of eggplants these days, so we will use them in the dinner today. And also we have a lot of petit pan squashes, so here are 2 of them, smaller ones. We also have some peppers. And also not pictured are many tomatoes and zucchinis that are inside the house already.
Yes, but the cauliflower, like, take it in your hands, so we see that it's bigger than your head.
Well, it's almost as big as my brain.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Kinda looks the same as well.
So pretty. I can't believe we have such a beautiful cauliflower.
Yeah, I still don't know how it happened, but...
Yeah. There are miracles in our garden.
Peter says there's no such thing as not pictured in our videos. So here are the tomatoes that I mentioned. And zucchinis are piling up. Mm-hmm. We are harvesting the big ones for later, for the winter. There are more of them drying off outside before I put them here. But that's why we bought this thing, so we could have somewhere to put them. Mm-hmm. And I didn't mention we have also a lot of cucumbers, little cucumbers for pickling, as well as the bigger salad cucumbers. And they keep piling up as well, even though I eat them every day.
Yeah, everything is piling up. And what is happening here in this bucket? Just tell us quickly.
Wine.
Yes, and what kind of wine?
Red currant and sea buckthorn mix.
Yes,
The
guys.
usual one.
Yeah, this is very not usual. Just a small batch, 5 liters, but I'm trying something new.